World's first flying bike hitting the market. Right now, only available in Japan for about $500,000.
Imagine soaring over rush hour, zipping past endless lines of cars stuck in gridlock. For years, that's felt like a far-off science fiction fantasy reserved for the ultra-rich or movie screens. But suddenly, whispers online started painting a different picture. A picture of personal flight, not with a six-figure price tag, but with something unbelievable, just $2,000. Could a vehicle this revolutionary, this affordable, really exist? Or is it just a powerful rumor, taking flight online? There's been a deafening buzz recently about something called the Cyberfold. Reports claim this isn't some distant concept, but an actual, near-market product. Whispers online tied it to a major player in the electric vehicle world, BYD, suggesting a launch site was even lined up, potentially in Japan, a country known for its fast embrace of new tech and its need for urban solutions. The very idea of an affordable personal flying machine hitting the market right now is enough to stop anyone in their tracks. But digging into the details being shared, things get even more astonishing and, maybe, a little too good to be true. The capabilities being described for this alleged Cyberfold sound straight out of a futuristic dream. Rumors suggest it features vertical takeoff and landing, known as VTOL technology, the kind of advanced system you see in expensive prototypes, allowing it to lift off straight into the air without a runway. It's said to have impressive specs for a personal device, with reports claiming speeds reaching 60 miles per hour and a range of up to 150 kilometers on a single charge. Think about that for a second. Skipping traffic entirely, potentially covering almost 100 miles of distance, all on a device you could allegedly just fold up. Yes, the claims circulating online also describe it as uniquely portable. Unlike any other aerial vehicle out there, able to collapse down small enough to carry or store easily. If even half of these rumored features are real, this thing could completely shatter how we think about daily commutes, urban mobility, and escaping the gridlock that chokes our cities. It paints a picture of unprecedented freedom. But here's where the speculation hits overdrive, and frankly, where the biggest question mark hangs. The price. The number being tossed around for the Cyberfold is a staggering $2,000. $2,000. To put that in perspective, other personal aerial vehicles that are currently being developed or are just reaching the market, like the Jetson 1, come with price tags closer to $100,000. Even high-end electric bikes or scooters can cost several $1,000s. How could a device with advanced VTOL capability, significant range, and powerful motors possibly be priced like a decent used motorcycle or even a high-end e-scooter? This price point is so incredibly low for the technology being rumored that it immediately triggers a level of healthy skepticism. Is this the ultimate transportation revolution, or a brilliant piece of viral marketing built on an unrealistically low figure? The stories circulating online even get into the types of technology supposedly powering this alleged breakthrough. Reports claim it's equipped with a sophisticated battery system, perhaps a high-capacity lithium-ion developed by a major tech company like Samsung, allowing for that rumored 150 km range. It's also said to feature advanced thermal management, crucial for keeping powerful electric components from overheating during intense flight, and a robust battery management system to ensure safety and longevity. These aren't simple, off-the-shelf parts. They're complex, expensive systems required for any high-performance electric vehicle, especially one designed to fly. The fact that these kinds of advanced components are rumored to be in a vehicle priced at $2,000 only deepens the mystery. Or perhaps reveals the speculative nature of the claims. Because despite all the exciting talk, the online chatter, and the viral videos depicting computer-generated concepts, there's a deafening silence from any official source. As of now, BYD itself hasn't made any public announcement confirming the existence, name, or specifications of the Cyberfold, let alone a $2,000 flying scooter. There are no widely publicized working prototypes being demonstrated to independent journalists or regulators. There's no concrete launch date confirmed by the supposed manufacturer. All we have are rumors, renders, and speculation based on alleged leaks or interpretations. This lack of official confirmation is the single biggest reason why, for many, the $2,000 Cyberfold remains firmly in the realm of concept and speculation, a powerful idea more than a tangible product you can buy today or even next year. And frankly, even if such a vehicle did exist, the reality of integrating personal flying machines into our cities is far more complex than just the technology or the price. The real obstacles facing urban air mobility, UAM, are immense and require fundamental changes. For starters, regulation is a huge hurdle. Existing laws are built for ground vehicles or high-altitude aircraft. They simply don't have categories. For low-altitude, personal flying devices. Who governs them? What are the rules of the air? How do they interact with existing air traffic? Then there's the infrastructure crisis. Where do these things take off and land? Cities would need networks of vertiports, dedicated landing pads, potentially even aerial lanes. How do you build that in already dense urban spaces? And what about public acceptance? Think about the noise of hundreds, maybe thousands of these devices flying overhead. Think about safety concerns. What happens if one malfunctions? These are the ground-level realities that need to be solved, regardless of the vehicle's price tag. But while the $2,000 Cyberfold might be the stuff of internet legend for now, the field of personal and urban air mobility is absolutely real and moving forward. Companies are developing personal flying vehicles, though currently at a much higher price point, like the aforementioned Jetson 1, which offers a glimpse of individual flight capabilities. Others are focusing on utility, like Kawasaki's K-Rare X1 drone designed for logistics and emergency response. These projects, while not hitting that magical $2,000 figure, show that the technology for electric vertical flight is advancing. They demonstrate that the transition from ground-based to air-based urban transport isn't purely fantasy, but it's likely to evolve step by step, tackling the regulatory and infrastructure challenges along the way, perhaps starting with commercial applications before becoming a mass-market personal reality. So, where does that leave the Cyberfold? For now, it appears to be a powerful, virally infectious idea, a symbol of our collective desire for freedom from traffic and a future of effortless urban travel. The rumor of a $2,000 flying scooter, whether true or not, has undeniably sparked global conversation about what's possible and what we want the future of transportation to look like. It highlights the immense appeal of affordable, revolutionary tech that could bypass the headaches of modern city life. It forces urban planners and regulators to start thinking seriously about how they would handle a sky filled with personal vehicles, even if that future is still years away and looks very different from a foldable scooter. The Cyberfold rumor is a potent blend of aspiration and speculation, showcasing the incredible potential of urban air mobility, while also serving as a stark reminder that between an exciting concept and everyday reality lies a long, complex journey through engineering, regulation, and infrastructure. Will we ever see a truly affordable flying scooter? Only time will tell, but the dream it represents is already changing the conversation about the future of our cities. Imagine a world where escaping traffic isn't a fantasy, but a daily reality. For decades, the idea of personal flight, soaring above congested streets, belonged firmly in the realm of Hollywood blockbusters or billionaire playgrounds. It seemed utterly out of reach for the average person, tied to impossible costs and complex licenses. But lately, the internet has been set ablaze by whispers of something that could change everything. A rumored device so revolutionary, so unbelievably affordable. It sounds less like an innovation and more like an urban legend. The buzz centers around a name, the Cyberfold, And the number attached to it? A price tag that feels scientifically impossible for a flying machine. Just $2,000. Could this be the dawn of a new era in personal freedom, or just another piece of viral fiction designed to capture clicks? Let's peel back the layers of this extraordinary claim. The whisper started subtly online, surfacing in tech forums, quickly spreading to social media feeds and niche blogs. A seemingly simple image or render accompanied by astonishing claims. This wasn't just another futuristic concept drawing. Reports suggested it was a near-market product, allegedly linked to a major global electric vehicle powerhouse, BYD. The rumor mill even pinned down a potential launch site. Japan, a country globally recognized as a hotbed for technological adoption, always eager to embrace the next wave, and critically, a nation facing some of the most intense urban congestion challenges on the planet. The story gained traction because BYD is a real, formidable company known for disruptive pricing in the EV sector, and Japan presents a genuinely compelling market for congestion relief. The narrative was almost too perfect. A real company, a real problem, and a seemingly impossible solution. But what exactly were the claims being made about this mysterious device? The capabilities being attributed to this rumored Cyberfold read like the wish list of every frustrated commuter stuck in gridlock. Foremost among the features being buzzed about is its supposed vertical takeoff and landing, or VTOL capability. Forget needing runways or helipads. The Cyberfold is said to simply ascend straight into the air, lifting off from virtually anywhere a regular scooter could park. This technology alone is incredibly complex and typically found only in high-end military aircraft or experimental urban air taxis costing millions. Yet, reports claim this $2,000 device masters it. On top of that, the rumored performance specs are equally breathtaking for such a seemingly compact personal vehicle. Online chatter suggests cruising speeds of up to 60 miles per hour, faster than most urban speed limits, and an astonishing range, with some reports claiming it could travel up to 150 kilometers, or roughly 93 miles, on a single charge. Imagine the possibilities. Bypassing miles of bumper-to-bumper traffic in minutes, covering distances that would take hours by car or public transport, all on a single charge. It paints a vivid picture of unprecedented urban mobility, of reclaiming wasted hours stuck in transit. But the truly disruptive, the frankly mind-bending aspect of this Cyberfold rumor is the price. $2,000. Let that sink in for a moment. For context, building any type of flying machine involves immense research and development costs, specialized lightweight materials, advanced manufacturing processes, rigorous safety testing, and complex certifications. The few other personal aerial vehicles even remotely close to market, like the Jetson 1, a single-seat electric flyer, are priced closer to $100,000. And even that requires self-assembly and operates under specific, experimental rules. Professional-grade drones capable of carrying heavy loads cost tens of thousands. Helicopters or small personal aircraft run into the hundreds of thousands, if not millions. How could anything with VTOL capability, advanced battery systems, and flight controls possibly be manufactured, marketed, and sold for the price of a mid-range electric bicycle? This alleged $2,000 price point is the engine of the Cyberfold's viral spread, precisely because it defies all current understanding of aerospace economics. It's the ultimate hook, the promise of revolution, but also the loudest alarm bell signaling that something might not add up. Is this a genuine technological leap, or a figure plucked from thin air to grab attention, adding fuel to the fire? Of speculation are the detailed technical descriptions often included in the online discussions about the Cyberfold. Rumors delve into the alleged sophisticated components that would be necessary to achieve such performance. They talk about a high-capacity 72-volt, 60-amp-hour lithium-ion battery system, potentially sourced from a leading global supplier like Samsung SDI, known for its advanced cell technology. Achieving a 150 km range, even with lightweight construction, requires serious energy density. Furthermore, any powerful electric flight vehicle faces significant thermal challenges. Intense power draw generates immense heat. The Cyberfold rumor addresses this, suggesting an advanced thermal management system, possibly combining air and liquid cooling to keep the battery and motors operating efficiently and safely. It also mentions a crucial battery management system, BMS, to monitor cell health, prevent overcharging or deep discharge, and manage power distribution. Vital safety features in any high-performance electric vehicle, let alone one that flies. These aren't simple features. They require complex engineering and add significant cost. The inclusion of these sophisticated details in the rumor makes it sound convincing to a tech-savvy audience, while simultaneously highlighting the sheer improbability of fitting it all into a $2,000 package. It's a technical dream attached to a financial impossibility. And this is where the Cyberfold story hits its most grounded reality: the absolute lack of concrete, verifiable evidence. Despite the widespread online frenzy, the countless articles, and the elaborate concept videos, there has been no official communication from BYD themselves acknowledging any product named Cyberfold or a $2,000 personal flying vehicle. Major international tech expos haven't featured a prototype demonstration. Aviation regulatory bodies like the FAA in the United States or EASA in Europe haven't announced they are evaluating a groundbreaking personal VTOL device from BYD or anyone else at this price point. There are no independent flight tests being reported by reputable aerospace journalists. What we have are concept renders, speculative articles based on unconfirmed sources, and the echo chamber of social media excitement. While companies often keep revolutionary projects under wraps, the complete absence of any physical prototype, any patent filing specifically for this design at this scale and cost, or any regulatory engagement strongly suggests that the Cyberfold as a ready-to-launch $2,000 flying scooter is, for now, much more rumor than reality. It's a powerful idea that has captured the zeitgeist, but seems to lack substance in the physical world. Because the reality of integrating personal flight into daily life involves overcoming monumental challenges that go far beyond just building the vehicle itself, regardless of its price or rumored capabilities. The first major hurdle is regulation. The skies are currently governed by complex rules designed for large aircraft, commercial airlines, and military operations. Small, low-altitude personal vehicles fit into a legal gray area that barely exists. Who is allowed to fly them? Do you need a pilot's license? What are the safety standards? How are they registered and tracked? How do you prevent collisions with buildings, drones, or even birds, let alone other flying scooters? Creating an entirely new regulatory framework for urban air mobility, UAM, is a gargantuan task that involves international cooperation, lengthy trials, and rigorous safety certifications. Processes that typically take years, if not decades, and cost billions. Then comes the infrastructure crisis. Even if everyone could afford a flying scooter, where would they take off and land? Existing city landscapes are built for cars, trains, and pedestrians, not personal aircraft. Widespread UAM would require a dense network of vertiports, dedicated landing and takeoff pads. These could be on rooftops, in parks, or integrated into public transport hubs. They need to be designed for safety, manage passenger flow, and potentially include charging facilities. Furthermore, managing potentially thousands of low-altitude personal vehicles simultaneously requires incredibly sophisticated air traffic management systems, far more complex than current systems for much less dense airspace. Developing this infrastructure, identifying suitable locations, obtaining zoning approvals, and funding construction presents a colossal challenge for urban planners and governments worldwide. Cities like Dubai, Los Angeles, and Paris are already grappling with these issues as they plan for real, albeit much more expensive and regulated, air taxi services, highlighting the scale of the problem. Environmental concerns also loom large. While electric propulsion is cleaner than fossil fuels, the energy demands of vertical flight are immense. A city filled with flying scooters could place a severe strain on existing power grids, requiring massive investments in energy infrastructure. And despite electric motors being quieter than jet engines, the collective noise of hundreds or thousands of drones and flying scooters buzzing overhead could create a new, pervasive form of noise pollution, significantly impacting the quality of life in urban areas. Add to this the challenges of manufacturing these complex devices sustainably and the disposal of potentially large, specialized batteries at the end of their lifespan. The environmental footprint of democratized personal flight is far from negligible and requires careful consideration and technological solutions like quieter propellers and more efficient battery tech. Societal acceptance and safety fears are perhaps the most unpredictable hurdles. Would people truly feel comfortable with personal vehicles flying over their homes, schools, and workplaces? What are the privacy implications of aerial vehicles with cameras constantly moving overhead? How would law enforcement or emergency services interact with this new form of transit? Public trust is paramount, and any early accidents or incidents could severely damage confidence in UAM for years. Ensuring safety standards are incredibly high and visibly enforced is critical, but also adds significant cost and complexity to development and operation. The dream of effortless flight bumps headfirst into the very real anxieties and logistical nightmares of integrating a third dimension into already complex urban environments. Yet, while the $2,000 Cyberfold may currently reside in the realm of viral concepts, the underlying pursuit of urban air mobility is very much real. Numerous well-funded companies and aerospace giants are investing billions in developing electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, primarily for use as air taxis or for cargo delivery. Companies like Joby Aviation, Archer Aviation, and Lilium are making tangible progress, conducting test flights, and working through the arduous process of obtaining aircraft certification from aviation authorities. These projects are targeting commercial operations first, with piloted or eventually autonomous vehicles following predefined routes between established vertiports, likely costing passengers hundreds of dollars per trip initially. Even companies like Kawasaki, as mentioned in the transcript, are developing specialized aerial vehicles like the K-Rare X1 for specific utility tasks, such as heavy-lift logistics or disaster response. These real ventures, while not offering the dream of a personal affordable flying scooter you can buy off the shelf, represent the genuine step-by-step progression towards utilizing the urban airspace. They highlight the significant technical and regulatory challenges being overcome, but also underscore just how far away we might be from the simple, cheap personal flight promised by the Cyberfold rumor. The sheer viral power of the Cyberfold concept, however, proves one thing definitively. The desire for affordable, efficient urban air mobility is incredibly strong. This rumor, whether intentionally created or organically grown from online speculation, has served as a powerful conversation starter, forcing city planners, regulators, and technologists to confront the potential future head-on. It's accelerated discussions about zoning laws for vertiports, the need for low-altitude air traffic control systems, and the potential societal shifts if personal flight ever becomes even remotely accessible. It's highlighted the existing infrastructure gap and the political will required to bridge it. The Cyberfold might not be real, but the impact of the rumor is, it's changing the way we think about the future of transportation and challenging us to consider how our cities could fundamentally change if the skies were opened up to personal vehicles. In the end, the story of the $2,000 Cyberfold flying scooter is a captivating blend of technological aspiration and market reality check. It's a potent symbol of the dream to escape urban constraints with a simple, affordable device. But for now, it remains largely a product of the digital world, fueled by speculation and hope, rather than a physical reality you can purchase. The journey towards widespread urban air mobility is certainly underway, driven by real companies and tangible innovations. But it's a complex, expensive, and highly regulated path that will likely unfold gradually, tackling immense infrastructure and safety challenges along the way. The Cyberfold rumor has shown us the powerful appeal of the destination: effortless, affordable personal flight. The question now is whether that powerful dream can eventually pave a realistic path through the complex skies and crowded cities of the future, turning viral speculation into everyday reality.